Welcome to the video that's going to demonstrate how to share your project with your teacher. Before we do that, however, I'm going to point out some tips that are not mentioned in Applied Digital Skills that will give you some more advanced understanding of Google Slides. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my drive as a student and open up my project. So I added it to the computer design folder, in this case, in the Applied Digital Skills. Notice I did add a song so that I can add music. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the project. It just has words at this time. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring my name up closer to the title. I'll go ahead and keep the color scheme, but I want to change the font because I really like Rockwell, one of my all-time favorites. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. Again, if a font doesn't show up, you would go to More Fonts and search for your font that way. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that, OK, and change it. Now notice that I want to change these thank yous to also Rockwell. There's a way you can do it all at once because I want consistency because of Carp Design. I want the same font throughout all my slides. And since all these slides are the same exact template slide, I'm going to click on that first slide and go to Slide, Edit Master. And I'm going to select my text and change it to Rockwell. If you want to change the size, you can do that. I'm also going to make it take up 2 lines so that the information pops up on 2 lines. And I'm going to center it on the slide. Now watch, when I click over here on the left, you can see that it changed the font on all the slides and made them all take up basically 2 lines using the Rockwell font. I decided to go back into the Slide Master and make the font a little bigger. I'm going to set it to 45 and then check it. And this looks centered and it looks really good. And I want the title to be bigger, so it's 48. I don't want this to be bigger than my title slide. I'm also going to have transitions between slides, so I'm going to click on the first slide. I'm going to choose Transition at the top, and one of my favorites is Fade, so I'm going to choose Fade. You can change the pace, and I'm going to choose Apply to All Slides, and you can play it to see what that would look like. So I'm happy with that. Now I click back on that first slide. I go to Insert Audio, and I'm going to my drive, and there's the song. I'll go ahead and add that, and I'm ready to make this a presentation in order to share. So I will choose File, Publish to the Web. I'm going to set it to every 5 seconds, and I want it to start as soon as the player loads. You could choose Restart the Slideshow after the last slide, again, so that it keeps repeating itself. I will then choose Publish and then OK. I'm going to right-click on this selected hyperlink and choose Copy. I'll return to the checklist and choose the class period. So go ahead and I'm going to paste it. But before I paste it, I'm going to make a new tab and I'm going to paste it and hit the Enter key and watch it. And it's not playing. I'm glad I checked it. I need to figure out why it's not playing, and I do need to hide that sound icon. So let's go back in and see what's going on. I have to choose the sound icon. I have to choose automatically, and I need to choose hide, and I'm going to deselect stop on the slide change. Now I will choose File, Publish to Web. I will grab that URL, I will copy it, and I'm going to test it again in a new window to make sure it works. And that's not working because when I went to publish, I didn't choose after every 5 seconds and then start. Now let me try it again. These are mistakes, and it's good for you to see this. I will paste it again to make sure it works. So now that I know it works, I'm going to go ahead and fill out the survey. I will type in my first name, my last name, class period, and then I'm going to go ahead and say who I sent it to. In this case, my husband. I sent an email, and I'm going to go ahead and do Control V or right click and paste and then submit. Now your teacher's in a position to grade your work. I did decide I wanted to add a nice image on that first slide. So I'm going to go to Pixabay to get copyright friendly images. I'm going to type in thanks, and I'm going to choose color and then transparent and then go. I'm going to find an image that I want to add to the slide. I went ahead and changed the search to love, and I'm going to click on these hearts and you can see it's a checkered background, so it will be transparent. I'm going to right click and choose copy, go back to the slide, do edit, paste, or the shortcut. I'll drag it up here, and now when Miss Clementi comes to look at the link, she'll still see the change. You don't have to republish. She will see the addition of the hearts. This concludes the session on how to share your work and pointing out some wonderful tips on how to publish your presentation and add some fading if you so choose. Until next time, you have a wonderful day.